Hi, welcome back to the Spirit's Path. This is Dee, and today's tarot card of the day out of the Wildwood Tarot deck is the King of Bows, an Adder. And we talked about this card a few weeks ago when I was in Hawaii. And you know what's symbolic about this card is its magical power and the healing that the Adder represents here. And one of the things that catches my eyes on this card when I see it is the number of adders that are there fighting for supremacy, with what's going on. And it's sort of like a mating ritual that's happening. But the other thing that caught my attention is when you combine this with yesterday's card of the King of Stones, okay, what you end up getting is, the kings back to back are, to me, a pattern that I look at. And, yesterday's, King of Stones was all about, the king known as Kingdom of Materialism and Security. This King of Bows, this Adder, rules the kingdom of creativity, more or less. Okay, and this is a leader in action. Okay, and to me, both of these cards are leaders in action, leaders in materialism, leaders in creativity. Okay, leaders in security with the wolf, and leaders of action with the adders. All right, and when I think about the two kings together, this is telling me that I need to look when I'm looking for that King of Stones, that wolf. All right, and then it comes back with the King of Bows and the Adder. It tells me I'm looking for a person that's got both of these qualities, okay? Somebody who's secure with what they're doing, but also very creative in their own right, okay? Because that's what the Adder, the King of Bows represents is, action, creativity, fire energy, all right? And, the Stones is all about earth energy. So the earth and fire together, mixed together, that's what you want to look for in that person, okay? Again, the Adder is a very charismatic person, attractive, a mature leader. The Wolf is a very mature leader as well, but secure in his stability, secure in his, materialism. Could be financial ability, things of that nature. Both of them have that strong resolve, okay, in what they deal with. The King of Bows, the Adders, they have a little bit more higher energy and a little bit, I don't want to say they're wiser than the King of Stones, but that higher energy has to comes off of their fire energy, their creativity, their action. Whereas the King of Stones is pragmatic. Okay, so you're looking for somebody who's pragmatic in their materialism, but also very action-oriented, okay, like the King of Bows and the Adder in the way they go about doing things. So maybe the way they go about creating that financial abundance, or creating that, job security, or creating that relationship security. All right, and what that does for the King of Bows and then Adder is, again, you're looking for that wisdom, okay? Both with kings, you want to look at the advice that they're giving you, okay? But with the King of Bows, the Adder, you're looking at that wisdom that he has or she has for that creative energy, okay? That creative fire to get you moving, all right? They both have their leadership abilities, but with the Adder, the King of Bows, that leadership isn't challenged, okay? That King of Bows is going to tell you exactly how to go about doing the business. And that's getting forth into the plan, doing it, getting action taken care of. All right, and then the King of Stones probably comes back and says, you know what? That's a good plan. Let's be pragmatic about it and go at this the right way. Okay, one takes a direct path, the other one takes a patient path. All right, that's how I'm reading both of these cards. But yet, at the end, all the goals are realized for both of these guys. So, as you're looking at the King of Bows, the person that you want to look for in this is somebody who's going to be honorable and somebody who stands out in a crowd, very charismatic, okay? And maybe that person is talking to that financial advisor, okay? Or maybe they're two of the same people, okay? somebody who is very pragmatic, very business-like, okay, in that business mantra, but somebody who's also creative in doing things of what's going on. And how do I know that's true? Because I'm getting a little bit lightheaded talking about it. And that tells me that Spirit has got me on the right path for this. So this person's going to be somebody who's going to want to take charge, jump in there, take charge, show the way of what's going on, okay? And, you know, combine that with the King of Stones, you know, they're going to be very steadfast in their approach. Okay, but this King of Bows, it's going to be very charismatic. And when you see a charismatic person, you'll definitely know who I'm talking about. The aspect around this is that they're going to put their touch, this King of Bows will put their touch on things to make it even more charismatic. All right, and they're going to be assertive, and they're going to be enthused about moving forward on this. Okay, if this is an event, this person's going to establish a position or take a stand. As I've mentioned before, they're going to be looking for the opportunities to reach that goal. Okay, so whether it's a process or whether it's the end result, they're going to look at the steps ahead of time, and they're going to come up with an action plan to try to get there. All right. So the questions that I asked around the King of Stones is, you know, what advice gives you the best security? Okay. Whereas the King of Bows talks about where do you need to take charge? Okay, so when you put these two questions together, okay, as you're coming up with your plan, or if you know somebody who's coming up with a plan, you know, somebody who you go to advice to, you know, help me out with this plan, okay, and you ask them, you know, what is it that I need to do to take charge, or what is it that I need, you know, gives me the best security? Those are the types that's the type of person you're going to look for. Okay, somebody is going to give you the answer to, this is the best plan of action to take that's going to give you the steadfast, pragmatic advice of being secure in where you're at. All right. The King of Stones also asks, you know, where is life's riches being offered to you? And the King of Bows asks, you know, where is your enthusiasm leading you? All right. So when I look at that, it's, where is the enthusiasm leading you to go down to that life riches? Okay, what is the best path, okay, for you to go down to look at, to maybe be that King of Bows and that King of Stones, to say, you know, what offers me my best reward? All right, what is the path, whether that's you know, the spiritual journey that you're on, okay, that's going to give me the best bang for my buck, okay? And I remember years ago reading a book on the Celestine Prophecy, and they talked about one of the insights of, you know, when you look at your options going down that road, okay, things may seem brighter on one side of the decision versus darker on the other side. And 9 out of 10 times, you know, I tell people when they ask me, you know, the easy way may be the easy way, but the harder way may be the best way to go. Okay, and then in this aspect, what I say is when you get to that point, go for the light, because that's Spirit guiding you. That's the universe guiding you down that road, you know, on your spiritual journey. I'm not going to say it's easy, and I'm not going to say it's going to be tough, okay, but the universe wants you to go down that road. That's why they're lighting that path up for you. Just like in that Three of Bows, okay, the fulfillment, where the guy's sitting up on that path and he's, you know, waiting for that journeyer to come through, looking for that balance. You have a choice. You can go left or you can go right. You know, whichever one feels better for you, okay? Whatever path is more enthusiastic for you, where you feel that you could be assertive and take charge, okay, that's a path you go down to. So, you know, typically it's more about the King of Bows, the adder today, but, you know, I wanted to put the two cards together because it's not often you see two kings together, you know, back to back on both days. So, you know, today's tarot card of the day, again, is the King of Bows, adder. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button for me, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. This is D for the Spirit's Path. Have a good day, everybody.